putting work, turning nothing into something. They feelings hurt, we turning nothing into something. Give a fuck if they don't like me, cause all this bread I count excites me. Turning nothing to something, nothing into something, turning nothing into something.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, everybody? What is going on? Listen, man, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I didn't really think this through the whole way when I thought about doing this live here from the stadium. I thought I'd be able to catch a nice spot and just talk a little nonsense like I like to do. It's become a little harder than I thought it would be, but we're here. I don't know how good the audio is gonna be. You guys let me know how good the audio is. But like I said, want to do a little live, discuss a little of the things that are going on that we've been talking about for a little while and are now happening, and also, how the team's been playing and all that good stuff. But the first thing I'm going to say is, and I include myself in this, it is we as fans can panic, right? We can go crazy. We can want reactionary moves. We can do all of that. But as a manager, you can't panic, right? As a manager, you can't panic. And that's what I like about Carlos Mendoza, right? He doesn't panic, but he's aware. He's aware. He makes adjustments. He makes adjustments. He makes moves, but he's also patient, right? He's also patient. And this applies also for the organization, right? Because we say when a player goes in a slump, get rid of this guy, send him back to AAA. We should trade this guy. Like my guy, Jeff McNeil, who everybody talks about trading. We're going to get into that in a second. But, as an organization, as a manager, you can't do that. So one thing we've been talking about, one thing that I spoke about since the offseason was the lineup. And as the team has struggled, the team has struggled, especially with runners in scoring position, everybody's going nuts about the lineup, and everybody wants to make adjustments with the lineup, and maybe we should make a shuffle with the lineup. And Carlos Mendoza knows what's going on. He sees this. But I did a post not too long ago on X where I talked about it, and I said, yo, Mendy's in a tough spot right now because it may be time to make a lineup adjustment, but you also can't just do that and show panic, right? You can't do that and show that to the fan base. You can't do that and show that to your team. You also can't give up so quickly on something that you believe in, right? So if you believe in this lineup coming into the season, whether we liked it or not, you can't just give up. You got to give it time. So what did we find out recently? And guys, obviously I'm not home, so I can't share stuff the way I'd like to do it. But what did we find out recently? We find out that Carlos Mendoza spoke to Juan Soto and Peter Alonso, but they highlighted mostly Juan Soto in the Athletic article by Will Salmon, where on a flight, I believe it was to Arizona. Long flight, Mendy goes, saddles up next to Soto, has a little conversation. Part of that conversation is, yo, listen, check it out. I'm thinking about doing this, this, and this, and that. How do you feel about that? You know? And basically what he's talking about is, I'm thinking about maybe moving you to third, moving Peter Alonso to fourth, and making some adjustments with the lineup. And you guys know how I feel about that. I wanted that when the season started. I felt like on this team, Juan Soto should be a third place hitter. I felt like Peter Alonso was not a number 3 hitter, but a power hitter, a number 4 hitter. And I know things have changed and how you do lineups nowadays and all that good stuff. And it's not necessarily done the way that I grew up doing the lineup. But I felt like on this team, that was the best thing. I also felt like Mark Vientos should bat second on this team, because if you put Mark Vientos in between Francisco Lindor and Pete Alonso, then maybe Mark Vientos doesn't have the struggle to the season that he has started. You know what I'm saying? To the season. Maybe they pitch Mark Vientos a little bit differently. And yes, listen, I'm the first one that used to always say, yo, it doesn't matter who you put around Pete Alonso. If Pete Alonso swings at bad pitches, they're going to throw him bad pitches. As long as Pete Alonso keeps swinging at pitches in the dirt, they're going to throw him pitches in the dirt, right? He has to make the adjustments. And what have we seen? This camera angle is horrible. What have we seen this year, ladies and gentlemen? We see Pete Alonso make the adjustment, and he's struggling lately. I know he's struggling lately, and he is swinging at those bad pitches. But we see Pete Alonso make those adjustments and have better success. But Mark Vientos will do the same thing. But I felt like coming into the season, we could have helped him out by making the lineup a certain way. It didn't happen. So now we make the adjustment. But again, Carlos Mendoza needed to take his time with this, right? Carlos Mendoza needed to take his time with this, and that's what he did. He spoke to the players 2 weeks ago. And guys, I apologize. I see the comments, but I can't really see the comments. I don't know what's going on. The way I have the phone set up right now is giving me a hard time. But I appreciate you guys, and I will try to get to them. I may have to flip the camera, but I don't like the way that looks. I really don't like the way that looks right now. But again, it's it takes time to make these adjustments. But what do we have now? We have that adjustment. And another thing is, sorry, another thing is that now we have to give this time to develop, right? We now have, like I said, Francisco Lindor leading off. We have Mark Vientos sitting batting second, and I think that's how we're going to see it going forward for the most part. We maybe see him flip flop Nemo and Vientos between 2 and 5. Maybe we see that. Nemo is out, so we don't know. I believe this kid is a right-handed pitcher, so this would have been a night that Nemo might have hit second. But the point is, now that we've made this adjustment, we can't expect instant results. I was having this conversation with somebody. Every time we ask for something or something's done, we expect everything to change right away. It's gonna take time. It might take time. Maybe we started to see it last night. And for everybody that worries about, I still saw it. I still saw it today where somebody said, "Why does Carlos Mendoza keep making these lineups where he's not having his best hitters getting the most at bats? The whole put these guys in the top of the lineup so they can get most at bats." And what I've been saying, I don't give a damn about the most at bats if they're gonna be empty at bats. I need good at bats. I need important at bats, and then I need execution. I need the guys to come through, and that's what we saw from Juan Soto last night. He was batting third. Did anybody care that he didn't get another at bat? Maybe because he was batting third, or did it matter that when we needed him to get a big hit there, he almost hit a damn grand slam and hit a fucking ball off the wall? That's what's important. That's what's important. And those opportunities are still going to be there. Those opportunities are going to still be there. But this is the lineup that we need to have, ladies and gentlemen. It's Lindor leading off, Mark Vientos or Brandon Nimmo or whoever the hell you want batting second, Juan Soto batting third, and Pete Alonso batting fourth. Today we have Jeff McNeil hitting fifth, which I know upsets some people. I know nobody likes that. I know how people feel about that. Jeff McNeil batting fifth. Come on. We don't even want Jeff McNeil on the team. But Jeff McNeil's been getting the job done. Jeff McNeil has been a huge contributor to the New York Mets as we move on from Pete Alonso and Juan Soto for a second. And we need Pete to pick it back up. Because Pete started out real hot. Dopes like me was saying, go give Pete a contract extension. Now everybody else is talking about, you wanted to give a contract extension. How do you feel about that now? Pete needs to pick it back up. But that's okay. I never thought Pete was going to hit 340. Never thought Pete was going to hit 340. But Jeff McNeil, who many people wanted to run out of here, who people were saying, oh my gosh, why are we bringing Jeff McNeil up here? Jeff McNeil is why we're losing games. Well, Jeff McNeil has helped them win a few games lately, no? There was a couple of games ago when it was only Jeff McNeil and Brett Baty pretty much that contributed. So shout out to Jeff McNeil. And Jeff McNeil is a guy who could step in left field where Brandon Nimmo goes down. Jeff McNeil is a guy that can play second base. Jeff McNeil is a guy that can play center field. We gotta be more patient, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta be more patient. We want instant gratification. We want instant gratification. Me too. Me too. And since I'm talking about patience, and you know guys know how we do it, bro. Those we jump all over the place. We need to have patience with the whole Ronnie Mauricio thing, right? Listen, I'm a big Ronnie Mauricio fan. Plátano Pagua de lo mío. I want Mauricio to come up here, ladies and gentlemen. But what are we going to do? We have a young guy in Francisco Alvarez who came out here balls blazing, right? On fire. And now we're talking about, we need Luis Torres in the lineup more often than not. Because it's not getting the job done. And shout out to Mendy for, again, being aware and giving Luis Torres, again, the start tonight, back-to-back days. Especially after the night he had last night. Right? We've seen the up and down with Mark Vientos. We've seen the up and down with Brett Baty. Yeah, we still want to rush people. We still want to push, 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 push. Yo, you got to bring this guy up. You got to bring that guy up. And then when guys finally come up, what do we say? Oh, you see, the Mets don't know what they're doing. Nonsense. I've said this before. Maybe when they say, yo, we need to give this guy more time in the minors, maybe we should listen. Maybe we should listen. But Mauritius is a guy who had a huge surgery, who had a setback during the surgery, who missed a year of baseball. You know what I mean? Missed a year of baseball. Guys, and I'm sorry, like I'm having a tough time seeing these comments because, I'm kind of losing my sight. And it's real small on the phone. I need the computer. But he missed a year of baseball. And because he had a good week, we want him back. Come on, guys. Come on. I'm not saying Mauritius not going to be good. I'm not saying Mauricio can't eventually contribute this season. I'm just saying we need to give things time. Even with this slump that we're in, some of us want to jump ship on this. When in reality, Philadelphia has had to play great baseball. What are they? 9, 10 game winning streak playing scrubs to get to where they are. Do we think they're going to keep that pace? Do we think they're going to keep that pace? Do we think they're going to keep that pace? Probably not. But you gotta chill. Now, the important thing right now is winning this series tonight against this team who a lot of people are expecting us to lose the series against. And let's be honest, we played, okay, I'm not going to say the first Friday night game was a good game because we probably should have lost from the beginning, but we made the comeback and then we're inept as the offense in extra innings and frustrating. But we played ball with these guys, the big bad Dodgers. Who, yeah, they got some pitchers or whatever, but I expect everybody expected all these pitchers that big just to just come back and be okay. So I'm not surprised they're going through that. But let's go out there with this series tonight. Let's go out there with this series tonight. Before we get out of here, ladies and gentlemen, as we are in the ballpark and got a couple of things to do before this game starts, shout out David Peterson, who gave us exactly what we needed last night. David Peterson, whom I talked about in the offseason, being an X factor for this team. Well, last night we needed to save this bullpen. And David Peterson did exactly that as he went 7 2/3 innings and just handed the ball over to a dominant Edwin Diaz, as it's getting loud as hell in here, to a dominant Edwin Diaz. So shout out to David Peterson. And the other person that we got to shout out is someone who, listen, he's been a hot topic all winter, hot topic during the season, hot topic early on. Should he be on this roster? Should he not be on this roster? What is going to be the end game for this player? And that is Brett Baty, who now is the apple of everybody's eye. But Brett Baty's doing good things. Brett Baty's doing good things. Whether it be building up trade value, whether it be taking back that third base job that was always seemed to be given to him over Mark Vientos. Whatever it is, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter. The important thing is that he's contributing. What we need is for all these guys to contribute. And if the path to success is Mark Vientos DH and Brett Baty at third base and whatever else may be, then that's the path that we need to take. And I'm all for it. I may criticize these guys. I may say I want more from these guys. But at the end of the day, they're New York Mets. And I'm always going to root for them. And I'm always going to want for them to succeed. Because you know why? If they succeed, we succeed. If we succeed, we're all happy. And that's what we want. But thank you guys for joining me. This was just a little quick run thoughts live. Just wanted to have some fun, touch on a few things, and let everybody know that we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be all right. This is still going to be the summer of fun, and it's just beginning. It's just beginning. Because we haven't even had this lineup click altogether. We haven't had 3 or 4 guys click in this lineup. and we haven't had Juan Soto be Juan Soto. It's gonna be the summer of fun in this one. As always, let's go Knicks. Let's go Knicks tonight. Save your mother effing season. And LFGM, baby. Love you guys. Sorry I couldn't get to the comments, but you already know how I feel about you guys, man. Appreciate you guys. And let's go Mets, man. Let me go have some fun. Peace.
Click full of animals and we made ourselves with minimal. Fuck you, no subliminals. Putting in this work, nigga. That's why they feelings hurt, nigga. Swear we need a hearse cause we rep our shites to the dirt, nigga. If I'm in the club.